Let's find out. Hello, explorers. Have you ever wondered about the big questions in life? Questions like, how did the world begin? Or how can we be good and kind to each other? Well, for thousands of years, people all over the world have thought about these very same things. A religion is like a special guidebook that helps people find answers to these big questions. It's a collection of beliefs, stories, and ideas about how the world works and how we should live our lives. These beliefs often include a higher power, like a god, or many gods and goddesses. Religions are a big part of many people's lives, giving them hope, comfort, and a sense of community. Think of it like being part of a huge, wonderful club. In this club, people share special traditions, celebrate important days together, and learn stories that have been told for a very, very long time. These stories and teachings often help people to be more loving, patient, and helpful to others. It's a way for people to feel connected to something much bigger than themselves and to find meaning in the world around them. Every religion has its own unique way of doing things. They have special places to worship, like beautiful churches, magnificent mosques, or colorful temples. They also have special books, like the Bible for Christians, the Quran for Muslims, or the Torah for Jewish people. These books are filled with amazing stories, wise sayings, and important rules for living a good life. They are like treasure chests of wisdom, passed down from parents to children over many, many generations, helping to guide them through life's exciting journey. But religion isn't just about old books and quiet buildings. It's alive with so much fun and excitement. There are joyful festivals with bright lights, yummy food, and fantastic music. There are beautiful works of art, from towering statues to tiny, detailed paintings that tell incredible stories without using any words. Religion can inspire people to create amazing things and to celebrate life in the most wonderful and colorful ways. It's like a giant worldwide festival of ideas, art, and friendship that you can learn about right from your own home. Wow, are you ready to go on a trip around the world? Let's explore some of the amazing religions people follow. First up, let's look at Judaism. This is one of the oldest religions, and people who follow it are called Jewish people. They believe in one God who made a special promise with their ancestors a long time ago. They have a special book called the Torah, and they celebrate wonderful holidays like Hanukkah, the festival of lights, where families light candles, sing songs, and eat delicious fried treats. It's a celebration of miracles and light in the darkness. Next, let's travel to parts of Asia and learn about Hinduism. This is another very old religion with many, many followers, especially in a country called India. People who are Hindu believe in a main spirit called Brahman, but they worship many different gods and goddesses who are all part of that one spirit. They believe that all living things have a soul and that we are all connected. They have a huge, colorful festival called Diwali, where they light up their homes with little lamps called diyas to celebrate the victory of good over evil. Now, let's meet Buddhism, which also started in Asia. Buddhists follow the teachings of a man named Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha. The Buddha wasn't a god, but a wise teacher who taught people how to find peace and happiness inside themselves. He taught that by being kind, mindful, and understanding, we can stop suffering and feel calm and content. Buddhists often meditate, which is a way of sitting quietly to calm your mind. It's like giving your brain a nice, peaceful rest. Finally, let's learn about Islam. People who follow Islam are called Muslims, and they believe in one God whom they call Allah. They believe Allah sent messages to people through special messengers called prophets. The last and most important prophet for Muslims was Muhammad. Their holy book is called the Quran, and it guides them on how to live a good and peaceful life. One of the most important times for Muslims is a month called Ramadan, where they fast during the daytime to feel closer to God and to remember those who have less. Now, let's zoom in on one of the biggest religions in the world, Christianity. People who are Christians follow the life and teachings of a very special person named Jesus Christ. Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God. The story of his life is told in a part of the Christian holy book, the Bible, called the New Testament. It's a story filled with love, miracles, and important lessons that have inspired people for over 2,000 years. It's a story that starts in a very humble and quiet way, in a little town called Bethlehem. The story begins on a starry night when Jesus was born in a stable. His birth is celebrated every year by Christians at Christmas time, with songs, presents, and festive decorations. As Jesus grew up, he traveled around, teaching people about God's love. He taught that the most important rules were to love God and to love your neighbors as much as you love yourself. He was known for being incredibly kind, especially to people who were poor, sick, or felt left out. He gathered a group of 12 special friends, called disciples, to help him spread his message. Jesus was also known for performing amazing miracles. The stories in the Bible say he could heal people who were sick, help blind people see, and even calm a stormy sea with his words. These stories showed people that he had a special power from God. One of his most famous teachings was the Sermon on the Mount, where he taught people how to be gentle, merciful, and peaceful. His message was simple but powerful. Be good to one another, forgive those who hurt you, and have faith in God's love for everyone. The most important part of the Christian belief is about Jesus' death and resurrection. Christians believe that Jesus died on a cross, but 3 days later came back to life. This amazing event is called the resurrection and is celebrated at Easter. For Christians, this shows that God's love is stronger than anything, even death. They believe that because of Jesus, they can be forgiven for their mistakes and can have an everlasting life with God in heaven. Jesus' story gives them hope, strength, and a guide for how to live a life full of love. Isn't it amazing how many different ways there are to think about the world? We've seen that religions have different stories, different holy books, and different holidays. Some people pray in a church, some in a mosque, some in a temple, and some find peace just by sitting quietly in nature. Some people believe in one God, while others believe in many gods and goddesses. These differences are like all the different colors in a box of crayons. Each one is beautiful on its own, and together they make the world a more interesting and vibrant place to live. But even with all these differences, have you noticed that many religions share some big ideas? It's like they are all climbing the same mountain, but just taking different paths to get to the top. Most religions teach that being kind is super important. They have a version of what many call the golden rule. Treat other people the way you would like them to treat you. Whether it's Jesus teaching to love your neighbor, or Buddhist teachings on compassion, the message is the same. It's about being a good, caring person. Another thing many religions have in common is hope. They give people hope for the future and strength to get through tough times. They use stories and songs to remind people that love is powerful and that there is good in the world. They bring people together to form communities where everyone can support and help each other, like one big family. These communities celebrate together in happy times and comfort each other in sad times. This feeling of belonging is something that everyone in the world needs and can appreciate. So, what can we do with all this amazing knowledge? Be curious, ask questions, learn a new story from a friend who believes something different from you. Try to listen with an open mind and a big heart. The more we learn about each other, the more we understand that we are all part of one big human family. By respecting everyone's beliefs, we can build a world that is more peaceful, more loving, and a whole lot more interesting. Let's keep exploring and learning from each other.